In this video, I'm going to show you how to go into our configuration mode. Unlike other controllers out on the market that have advanced functions, you do not need a laptop or a computer to program this, if you need to program it. As we mentioned, by default, it's already going to inject based on boost and display boost. Let's say, for instance, we want to change it to, instead of displaying boost, we want to display the pump duty cycle. Let me just show you how to go into configuration mode, and then we'll go ahead and make that change. Turn the minimum and maximum value to 1. When you do that, it will count down to 0. Now we're in configuration mode. The bars across the top, there's 10 bars, and each of those bars represents a particular mode. So what we need to do to change the display mode, that is actually the first bar, and it will default to the first bar once you go down to this countdown to 0. So now that the first duty cycle bar is lit up, that means our display mode. If you download the documents, you'll see that it's the display mode. So let's go ahead and change that to duty cycle. As you'll see, parameter number 1, configuration value number 4 would be duty cycle. So in order to change that, you change the minimum. So we're going to set the minimum to 4. Okay, now the minimum is actually set to 4, but we didn't save the value yet. To save this, you have to turn the maximum all the way to the right, and then the minimum all the way to the right. And it must be in that order. Now, once you've done that, go ahead and set your boost wherever you want it. Now that we've done that, if you take a look on the screen once it comes back, we're at 47% duty cycle. And each time the boost increases, your duty cycle will increase. So it's also important to notice that the bars across the top already show you duty cycle in 10 increments. So there's 10 bars, each bar equals 10% duty cycle. So unless you want to actually see the duty cycle in digital value, you don't really need to view that. This was just an example to show you how to change the different parameters.